I think a blessing that was given to me because it's really, really hard to get even a toe into the industry if you don't know anybody there. Um, but I think I always say this: some kids are just born with that drama queen streak, and you can't get that out of you. So even though I grew up more around the classical arts, and there was, my whole upbringing was more about books and dance and music and painting and sort of stuff like that. But I think that the movies were magic to me. And I think that when you're little, your dreams are very, very pure. And if you make that wish, if you make a wish, I think it's very strong and very pure. And somehow it kind of finds its way and it comes and lands in your lap. So I think movies for me, was kind of like that. Having said that, when I say land in your lap, I don't mean that it is without any struggle. Of course, once you get your first movie, after that, to make sure that you are sort of living your dream with every film and you're growing with every film, that is a very big struggle because it's so easy to just be complacent. It's just so easy to lift your hand and say, now this year I want to do 10 films, you'll get 10 films. But to do the kind of films that you want, to work with the kind of directors that you want, to build the kind of body of work that you want to build, um, that is always a struggle and it continues to be. And I think it is even for the biggest, greatest actor. And I think that's what makes artists true artists, or that's what makes them special, is that for them, their craft or their art is always above them. And they're always striving to sort of, you know, one step, one step, one step, and it's always that much further away. And then that's what makes it also exciting and challenging. So for me, it's kind of been like that, and it continues to be like that. Having said that, uh, I do always count my blessings. I'm truly blessed to be working with really amazing people, to be working with people who find me somehow. Even if I don't know them, they somehow find me. Like I recently worked with Mani sir. I don't know how he called me, but he found me, and it's like people say career boost, but for me, it was a huge personal boost. Because of the journey that I went through, and Sanjay sir, Sanjay Leela Bhansali, there are other people that I'm dying to work with, and I know that I'll find my way and I'll somehow work with them. I have this great innate sense of this belief, and it kind of does happen. So that's what my journey has been all about. Of course, I think any artist journey, if you start getting into it, then there's a lot more to say. But I would say this is what drives me. I think the magic of it all, and like everybody comes into. I mean, everybody has a different intention of becoming an actor or becoming a whatever entrepreneur or business, whatever it is. And for me, I know that there is fame, there is monetary reward, there is adulation, there is love, and of course all that is very, very important. But what really, really drives me is the fact that when I'm in front of the camera, I could be cranky, tired, sleepy. Like just now, when I walked into the room, they looked at me and they said, "You're looking tired." But now that you put the camera on, I'm like happy. So to be in front of the camera is for me like being on the magic faraway tree. It's like everything is magical. So it's my very secure, happy place where I can do and be whoever I want to be. So I think that's what drives me, and the fact that directors, create that atmosphere for you, which is why I strive to work with certain directors because of their genius and the kind of life that they give you, that they give your characters, that you can breathe into the characters that they create. And so that is what drives me, and that's what my journey has been about, and will be about. I am quite sure. And I think with every day and every week and every month and every year, it changes because you change, you have different things that affect you, that inspire you. But I feel this core thing will always stay with me. I had no idea what I was doing because I was actually, I was studying, I was dancing, and in fact, the person who first called me for a film called me because I was a dancer and I was dancing. They saw me dancing actually. So when I first got that film, I said no. It's like the thing that you're most dying to do. You actually get scared. Oh God, it's actually come to me. So you're like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I have exams. I have to study. I have this. I have that. So I made 18 million excuses. But like I said, sometimes that pull, it's almost like some magnetic divine something. It's just so strong that somehow the other just happens. So I ended up doing it, and then I came to Bombay, and one thing led to another. And in fact, soon after I came to Bombay, I got my first film. I mean, I got a film. You know, when you're doing something that you truly love, you don't look at it as easy or difficult. You know, in fact, like for me, sometimes my friends look at me and say, "How are you standing? How are you alive? What are you doing? Like, why aren't you like chilling? Why aren't you taking a holiday?" But the thing is that my work, and I think I can speak for most actors, that the work that we do is so exciting. It doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like a job. We're really blessed to be doing what we do. We create stories. We create feelings in people's hearts. We make people happy. We make people cry. We do all kinds of things. And we are part of this magical world that we create for people. You've got to be blessed to be a part of that. So I don't know. Yeah, that's how I look at it. I don't know. It's a very indescribable thing. I have no idea. I have not really thought about it. Again, because a lot of these words and concepts were a part of my upbringing, as you know, as when I grew up. I mean, as I was growing up. For me, Shakti actually is love. I think there is nothing more strong and beautiful than love of all kinds. I think for every child, their mother is possibly the most influential person. Also because, I mean, apart from the obvious that they nurture, they are the ones you spend most amount of time with. But I think there's a bond that goes far beyond that, which is very simply a biological thing, apart from an emotional thing, and it's something that no one else and nobody else can have that kind of bond. Of course, people are very close to fathers, and of course fathers are very important, but a mother, I mean, that is, the word in itself is such a powerful thing. And for me, I grew up with my mother. I didn't grow up with both my parents. I grew up with my mother. So my mother took on a lot of roles for me, and my mother's family was very important in my upbringing. For me, I think my mother has been a very, very strong force in my life, and I think also because she's a very, very gentle person. She's very genteel and very gentle, very soft spoken, but so, so strong on the inside. And I always tease her, and I say that, you know, the smallest thing, like, I don't know, some plug is not working in your house and you'll be flapping, and the most hectic thing happens around you, and you're so calm and you're the most amazing energy to have around. So that's what my mother is. She's very, very, she can walk into a room and she can change the energy of that room, and people actually call her when they are having a hard time and say, just come and be with us, just come and sit in our house, just walk in through the door and it'll help us. So I'm very lucky to have a mother like that, and a mother who has brought me up with so much freedom, but at the same time kept me very grounded. Made sure that there was a sense of discipline, that I went to my dance class on time, that I did my homework, etc. Because free spirit can just be like bohemian, doing what the hell you want to. But there was this very amazing balance, and you know, like, she was young when she was doing all this. So I really, apart from the fact that I admire her, there's a lot of, I mean, today I understand what it is to have created that balance, to have kept my world alive with stories and magic, but at the same time to have grounded me, and to have sort of made me a practical being as well. You know, I think that kind of balance is really amazing, and my mother gave me that. Like, till today, I believe in dreams, I believe in belief, I believe in magic, I believe in stories, I believe in people, I believe in love, I trust still after almost 7 years in the industry, and that is because of my mother and because of what she has, you know, she has created that atmosphere, she has created that sense of belief, that protection around me. Like, my mother draws magic circles around me, and I like, sometimes I laugh about it, but I know that I can be who I am with courage and with a sense of freedom because of that. I think empowerment is actually the power to make your own decisions with conviction and to stand by them. I think that is what empowerment is when you are your own deciding force, when you make your own decisions. I've always wanted to do films like that. Like I said, what drives me is the director, because I think great directors create a beautiful world, and they take you into that world, they take you with them on that journey. They create characters that live way beyond their time or your time. uh, and you like, even when I watch a film, when I can take home a character or a story and I can keep thinking about it and I feel like going back to it, and when it stays with me many years later, I think that's who a special director is. And I really want to work with people like that. Like, I was very quite little when I saw Bombay, and subsequently have seen it many years down the line. I saw Manisha Koirala. I know as a kid, it's not only the story, it's also the visual that you are completely mesmerized by. She was wearing that white lehenga and doing Kehna Hi Kya. And I was mesmerized by just that visual, and I was just like, "Ah, that's where I want to be." And subsequently, watching that film over the years, the layers increase, you see different things, and you realize, this is really a great director. And then, you start following Manisa's work and other directors also. Now I'm talking about Manisa, but other people also. And you want to be a part, like, I want to be a part of that cinema, that kind of cinema. Of course, there are other dreams as well. Like, you, as you grew up, those sort of those dreams are realized. But at this point, it's that, that great desire to be a part of great cinema, to be a part of a great director's vision, to be a character in a great director's story. And when I say character, I mean, like Manisa always says, and I love what he says. He says, my heroines are not heroines, they're characters, because they're women who have a mind of their own. They're thinking people. And I really love that, which is why I use that word, because there is an internal journey that a character has. They're not just cardboard cutouts. So I think great directors create those.